Hello, my scrappy friends. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am bringing you the second process video for the Build-A-Page series for May. So today I am scrapbooking something for myself in my own personal album. This was a doll that I gotten when I was a child. Now, kids that grew up before digital film, we probably don't have a lot of those memories of, toys and things like that, unless it was like in the massive background of paper being torn at Christmas. You just couldn't afford with film to go and develop, a specific picture just for a doll. But I do have fond memories of this doll. It's a Chrissy doll where you would, her hair, you could pull it and, push her belly button, and there was a button and make her hair grow longer or shorter, and it was really cool. And I believe my grandparents gave it to me for Christmas one year because my name is Chris and her name is Chrissy, and of course, that had to be. But what I have found for these special kind of memories is that I've found them through the internet. And so this was one that I was able to find, either on Facebook or Googling something, and found my Chrissy doll and just brought back good memories and want to make sure that I have it in the book. And I've done the same thing, like pictures that I found of parks that I played with as a child, and my plan is to go and like scrapbook the schools that I went to and things like that. These are from my memories. I don't, I mean, for our family, we had a lot of photos. My mom still has them all, but we don't have what today has with the digital. I mean, our kids sneeze and we take a picture of it. So, these kind of memories to me are important, and we didn't have the photo quality. So when you have, a good memory, you want to get it recorded. So I decided to use this four papers. Actually, there was four of them in here, and I cut the papers down to, I want to say it was like a 5 by 7, maybe, just big enough so that I could have a good sized mat and show the coloring underneath. And then it seemed like the photo was getting lost with that white background. So I went ahead and matted that on that peach background. And with doing a thin mat, you're only seeing the coloring on here. And now I'm just staggering it. I also brought in one of the scraps from yesterday's layouts, that blue gingham, just to pull a little bit more color and blue in. Now I flipped the paper because, as you can see, the border of the little bokeh dots that were on here were a little bit thicker on the sides, which goes better with, since I'm using a horizontal, or I'm sorry, a vertical photo. It gave a little more heft to the waist of the photo. So now I'm just going to go in and tuck in the journaling card and tuck in the different embellishments. Now, the one thing I wanted to cover up was that little copyright mark that's on the photo. I didn't want to cover up too much of her, and I'm not going and selling this copyrighted photo. This is going into my personal album, so I think it'll be fine. I'm using it for personal use versus using it for something where I'm going to make money from it. So I'm just going and taking some of these chipboard pieces that I picked out and putting them around. I liked how this flower kind of framed the corner of the picture, and then I have the butterfly up in the right, and so, or in the upper left, so you're kind of getting that triangle look. I'm just grabbing those little tulipy flowers, throwing them in, and then I have that I love you sticker because she was one of my favorite dolls growing up. And then I wanted to put the two butterflies together, but I didn't like how it was kind of lengthening that corner. So I went back to my original, and then I just had that butterfly flying up from that one corner. This flower is going to give me a little bit of trouble, and I'm going to end up putting it on in the upper corner of the journaling box. And I'm okay with where it ends up at the end. It was just kind of looking out of place, but I wanted it. It was the only thing I had left that hadn't been used, and I was determined I was going to get it on the layout. Also, I didn't get these little butterflies on the last layout, so I'm going to make sure I sprinkle those around too. I'm really trying not to have anything left over that I pulled off of the sticker sheets. And so I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle those. And then here's where I'm going to take that last flower and I'm going to put it up in the upper corner of the journaling box. And again, put it so that the leaf kind of frames it. And then I'll put that other butterfly there. And that's just enough space to talk about how this was one of my favorite dolls growing up and that you could make her hair grow longer or shorter. Because it's for me, I don't need a lot of journaling. I'll remember. Now I'm just going to take these thickers that I have. I don't think they're a thicker. I think they're generic. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, I'm just going to spell out the word Chrissy. I do have to MacGyver an S and an I. The S is okay looking. What I basically do is take an S that I have and I look through the letters to find one that has a similar kind of shape. And then I was able to kind of MacGyver it to kind of get that same look. It's not bad. And again, for my album, I'm fine with it. If I was giving it as a wedding gift or something, I would have changed the font. But yeah, make sure you get those memories of your childhood documented. There's, when you're older and you're looking back, these are fond memories that I have of things that I played with, places that we used to go and play, especially for our generations that were pre-digital. It's nice to have a look back at some of the things we did in our childhood. Make sure that you stop to Instagram and see Sheila. She's Scotian Scrapbooker. And then on YouTube, we have myself, Christy with Christy's Beautiful Life, Moira, Shannon, and we have Jen with Kay's mom also joining in. Make sure you check them all out, and we'll see you tomorrow.